to music than when listening to someone talk. That's according to researchers at the University of Montreal. They observed 30 healthy babies between 6 and 9 months old. I'm Barton Eckert.
You know the story of Hansel and Gretel, where Hansel left breadcrumbs on the trail so they could find their way back home? That's what you do when you use public Wi-Fi, or shop online, or give out your social security number at your doctor's office or the bank. You leave breadcrumbs on the trail for someone to possibly steal your identity and take everything you own. At LifeLock, we use proprietary technology to detect signs that someone has picked up your breadcrumbs to take what's yours. And unlike free credit monitoring services that only alert you, we have a dedicated resolution staff to help clean things up if all those breadcrumbs get messy. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, you can keep doing the things you do every day and feel better protected. Isn't it time to help protect yourself from someone eating your financial lunch? Plans start at $9.99 a month. Right now, you can get 10% off. Go to lifelock.com and enter promo code NEWS.
77 WABC. New York is turning it up for the Mets.
The Mets are on their way.
They look mighty tough.
Coverage of the Mets in the World Series continues this week.
How about that?
Warner Wolf on Imus.
There's a huge difference in this World Series.
The battle for Curtis's baseball soul on Curtis and Kuby.
I don't care who's in the World Series.
And reports from the Mets locker room with Mike Gunzelman and the 77 WABC Sports Desk.
Mets manager Terry Collins wants his team
all day and night. Live, local, on it. 77 WABC and WABCRadio.com.
Election Central on 77 WABC is rolling, and New York is fired up. Topics that matter to you, and host opinions you can't get anywhere else. And no other radio station brings you more exclusive moments with the candidates, Imus and Trump.
Did you think this thing was going to be as big as it is?
You know, I think I have the right message.
Geraldo and Carson.
Dr. Ben Carson, do you think you're going to win this?
You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Election Central, only on 77 WABC.
77 WABC.
The following program does not necessarily reflect the views of WABC Radio.
Hey girl, what's up? I know, it's 1 a.m., so what are we doing? Oh yeah, let's totally go to that place. I love that place. Wait a minute. What is that? No, shut up for a second. There's like a light in the sky, or a bird, or something. Oh no, oh my god, it's getting closer. Oh my god, it's gonna hit me. Ah! It's an angel. Really? Oh my god, it's Frankie Russo. Yep, it's Frankie. I know, I thought he was a janitor at the local boxing gym too.
I guess you're half right. What's up, girl? Oh no! I did it again! I messed up my coordinate system!
Hey guys, it's the Frankie Russo Show, and here's Frankie!
How you doing out there? How you doing? Welcome to RussoNation.tv, home of America's Team.today. And guess what? This is yours truly, Frankie Russo. Woo! Got a great show for you tonight. Great show. Special shout out from my brother from another mother, BH in Brooklyn, to his my Guyanese brothers in Gleason's Gym. D Crew, Rodney T, sorry, and Chicken. A special shout out to the unfortunate slaying of the police officer Holder from Guyana. He was killed in a line of duty protecting us. You know, this is not about Black Lives Matter. This is about the human race. This is not about one race. We got to fix this, you know? We gotta stand with the NYPD. That's what I'm talking about. Special shout out, unfortunate slaying of the police officer Holder from Guyana. This is the Frankie Russo Show, 800-848-9222. You know what I'm talking about. Mets won. Unbelievable. 9-3, came back like champs. Got to give them prop. I don't know how long that's going to last, but hey, what do I know? I've been proven wrong before about the Mets. 800-848-9222. Social media, Twitter and Facebook. Send me a shout out, a message. Tell me what you're thinking. Thinking live? I'll shout it out live. You know what I'm saying? Live internet stream, Facebook, Frankie Russo Show. Frankie Russo video YouTube channel. Tell your friends. A new Frankie Russo initiative. Join America's team and get a t-shirt with 77 WABC's Love Me Hate Me Kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. Discounted membership fees with t-shirts. Discounted merchandise and events with interesting news and updates. Join America's team with 77 WABC's Frankie Russo. Brooklyn Tea Party meeting. I push it up to November 8th because in a marathon, it's November 8th, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, Hunter Steakhouse, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, 94th Street and 4th Avenue. I sent out emails. I'll send more emails out to remind everybody. And then the Frankie Russo pre-show. For Frankie Russo show number 88, we talked about Benghazi. Let me give you all something now to think about. According to Claire Lopez, she's from theaccuracyinmedia.org. This lady is 25 years with the CIA. This lady is an amazing. She's with the Benghazi, the Benghazi Commission, Citizens Commission on Benghazi. She's an amazing lady. Now, according to Claire Lopez, CIA investigator. She's a CIA operative, an amazing lady. Okay? Now, to understand this, we got the precursor to Benghazi, which is this so-called Libya revolution, which is really the coup d'etat on Gaddafi. And then we got the attack on Benghazi, the Benghazi mission, the unfortunate killing of 4 Americans. And then we got the after effect, which was the attack on September 14th, the attack on the Tunisia embassy, which nobody talks about. 2 days after Benghazi. Okay. So just to get to this, Material Support to Terrorism, the Case of Libya by Claire Lopez. CIA, 25 years, leading expert. Libya in 2011 marks the place and the time that the United States and Obama administration formally switched sides in the global war on terror. A mere 10 years after Al-Qaeda, supported by Hezbollah and Iran, attacked the American homeland in the worst act of terrorism ever suffered in this country, by this country. U.S. leadership decided to facilitate the provision of weapons to jihadist militias known to be affiliated with Al-Qaeda and the Muslim Brotherhood in order to bring down a brutal dictator who just happened to be a U.S. ally in the global war on terror at the time. U.S. media has been silent. Major broadcast, print, internet outlets, not a word about this astonishing turnabout in American foreign policy. To this day, they have not seemed even to recognize that the pivot to Al-Qaeda took place. But it needs to be said, the American people deserve to understand that their most senior leaders, both elected and appointed, have violated their oaths of office to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. According to Claire Lopez, and we talked about this, United States law is quite explicit about providing material support to terrorists. It's prohibited. It's prohibited, period. Title 18, U.S. Code 2339A, Title 18, U.S. Code 2339B, providing material support to terrorists or designated foreign terrorist organizations. Together, these two sections outlaw the actions of any U.S. person who attempts or conspires to provide or actually does provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization, knowing that has been designated a foreign terrorist organization or has engaged in terrorism or terrorist activity. Conspiracy means agreeing or planning to provide material support to terrorism or stiff. The Arms Export Control Act is another law that makes it illegal for the U.S. government to export ammunition to any country determined by the Secretary of State that have repeatedly provided support for acts of international terrorism. While this provision applies specifically to those countries, Cuba, North Korea, Iran, and Syria, that are designated as state sponsors of terror, the case of Libya stands out nevertheless. Removed from the State Department's list of state sponsors of terror in 2006, Libya, by early 2011, was swarming with Al-Qaeda and Muslim Brotherhood militias and affiliates fighting to overthrow Gaddafi's regime. Okay? 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. Material support to terrorism. The case of Libya. Quite frankly, what we're looking at over here, the truth be told, they don't want to talk about Benghazi. That's why they don't want to talk about Benghazi, because it starts with the precursor, this coup d'etat on Gaddafi, which we didn't have to do. Then we got the event with Benghazi, which, that's horrific. And then we got the after effect, the attack on the Tunisian embassy. 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. I'm going to kick to Rick from Yonkers. What's poppin', Rick?
Hey, Frank, what you just said was so true.
Unbelievable, right?
Wake up!
I wanted to talk about the Mets, but...
You could talk about the Mets. You guys did a nice game tonight.
Yeah, I know, but, the point is, you made me think about America again. We have the greatest country in the world, right?
Absolutely, my brother.
And we're losing it.
It's crazy. And when you really think about it, right? If these leaders would actually just be accountable for their actions, it would be cool.
Well, you know what it is? The other day I was walking down the street, and these kids were acting up. They were acting crazy. They were throwing rocks at the house. I said, get out of here. Get out of here. And they called me a bully.
Really?
Well, what is that, Frank?
Why'd they call you a bully?
Because I was yelling at them.
Why were you yelling at them?
They threw a couple of They were throwing rocks at the house.
They were throwing rocks at your house?
And everything.
You saw them do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the point is, we're losing our country, Frank. These kids didn't care about me. I can't hit a kid, can I?
No way, bro.
Exactly.
I'm not telling you to do that.
We should be able to... when I was a kid, an adult would grab me by the shirt and beat the hell out.
Unbelievable. What's that I hear? What's today?
What was that?
What's today, man?
What's today? It's Saturday.
Yeah, what is it?
What are you talking about, Frank?
What's today? Is it Halloween? Isn't it?
Are you... I'm telling you the truth here, and you're making fun of me.
Never make fun of you, brother. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to also bring a little levity to the situation. Bring some levity,
Frank,
we could be serious, we have to have a little levity,
Frank, I wanted to talk about the Mets.
You bring them in. Let's talk about the Mets. You guys look great.
After all the things you said, I couldn't even talk about it. You're right about their Muslims and everything.
I got to be serious, and then we could have fun. It's 1:20. It's like almost 1:20 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, my brother.
Frank. Well, I really want to talk about the Mets, though.
What do you want to say about the Mets? Let me hear.
Syndergaard shut him down.
Okay.
He shut him down.
Syndergaard's nasty. He's got nasty stuff. We only went 6 innings, but he's got nasty stuff. He's only a rookie. That was pretty impressive.
And the guy's pitching tomorrow's a rookie.
Yeah, Mets. You got to be careful here. The Mets had their game. You don't know what can happen. Kansas City's a tough team.
Yeah,
the Mets are playing tough. I'm impressed with the way the Mets came back. Absolutely. Tremendous comeback. Absolutely.
I think the Mets figured him out, though.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Tonight, I think they figured him out. They hit fastballs.
So what do you think is going to happen? You think the Mets are going to win the next 4 straight?
Matt throws some nasty stuff.
Matz is nice, but Matz only goes 5 innings, though.
Yeah, but he went 7 innings and 8 innings before.
I don't know. He used to, Syndergaard only went 6.
I know you're a Yankee fan.
I am a Yankee fan, but I'm not a hater. I'm a debater. I love baseball. I could talk about baseball. I could be a Yankee fan and be objective, no?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Frank, I really like you a lot, man. And
thank you, my brother. I think you're good people, too. You want a beer?
What do you say I want a beer for?
Because it's just like a friendship thing.
Well, I wish you were my friend. I wish I could go to a bar and have a beer with you.
We are friends. Why don't you give him a beer? Give the guy a beer.
Frank. Are you making fun of me?
Why would I make fun of you?
I don't know. It seems like you're just making me like a character.
Well, you are a character. Everybody says you're a character. Hey, I'm a whack job. What can I tell you, you know?
I'm a whack job?
I'm a freaking whack job.
You're a whack job?
Yeah.
I'm not a whack job.
I get called whack job, racist.
You know, like I told you a couple weeks ago, I said I was a normal person, a regular person.
Right.
And 2 days later, here's Hillary saying I'm a regular person.
I'm telling you, she's following you. I don't know if that's good or bad. Because quite frankly, she's delusional. She's delusional.
I think she actually listens to your show.
You think she does? You think she likes it? You think she likes our show?
No, I don't think she likes it, but I think she listens to it.
You think she likes it? I think on some level, I think she does.
I really do.
I think they're delusional. I think the Democrats are delusional.
You think I'm crazy.
Did you see that debate, son? Was that a joke?
I've seen some of it, but I didn't really like it.
That was a joke, bro.
It was stupid. It was stupid. And these bastards sorry to use that language, but look what they did. They asked stupid questions about games, football games, or whatever. You know,
right?
Frank, don't be mad at me.
Never mad at you, bro. I'm never. Come on, man. You know what I'm mad at?
What?
Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan's the new speaker.
Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna be just like Boehner.
Listen to this, bro. You know, here's my response to Paul Ryan because he's for amnesty. 6 months after this gentleman arrived in New York, his tourist visa expired. This is in a Time magazine. Mm-hmm. Fortunately for him, Congress was preparing to authorize an amnesty program for more than 1 million illegal aliens who merely had to assert they worked as migrant farmers.
That's sick.
This gentleman applied for amnesty in 1986, received temporary legal status in 88, became a permanent resident in 2 years after that. Through his attorney, he claims he worked for 7 months on a farm in South Carolina. This cat came from Germany by way of Egypt. But his current wife says she can remember no travels outside of New York, metropolitan area, except one trip to Michigan to visit friends. You believe this?
No, I don't.
The amnesty program was a joke.
I don't want to believe that.
The amnesty program was a joke, according to some Time magazine article. This is statistically significant.
You know, Frank, this country's gone completely.
But listen to this, bro. Listen to this. The amnesty program was a joke, according to a spokesman of the Immigration and Nationalization Service. Since documentation wasn't required, the burden was on the government to prove the aliens were not farmers. You believe that?
God, yeah.
Fraud was widespread. Really? Why am I not shocked? Enforcement virtually impossible.
I think about my grandmother.
My brother, check this out. After getting his right to work papers in '86, this Fugazi got a chauffeur's license and proceeded to drive taxi cabs in New York for the next 5 years. Right?
What? Wait, fly taxi cabs?
Yeah, he proceeded to drive taxi cabs in New York for the next 5 years.
Maybe ride, but not fly.
Well, okay. It's 1:22 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Frank, you're playing games with me here.
But listen,
Frank, I want to tell you something.
Well, let me finish this. This is crazy. He had a chauffeur's license and he's driving taxi cabs for the next 5 years. Right?
How's that happen?
They're saying he garnered residency in America through this Fugazi Amnesty Farmer Program, right?
Farmer Program.
Okay? Guess what? In 1995, Abu Halima was a major perpetrator of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing.
Oh, wow.
This is in the Time magazine. This is amnesty. Or maybe they want to give birthright citizens. We might as well
I'm confused.
Children to illegal immigrants, we might as well give them their rights too. And we got al-Awlaki. He was an American citizen. He was a radical Islamist. He got whacked by a U.S. drone, and then we might as well give, birthright citizens to become presidents of the United States,
Well, Ben Carson said that.
It's crazy, right?
No Muslim should become a president, and I agree with that.
It's crazy. And then then we got a Canadian natural-born citizen who's against birthright citizens. And then I scratch my head, and I say, wait a second. The Canadian natural-born citizen was born in Canada, and he says he's got this natural-born citizenship through Canada.
Who are you talking about?
Through his mother, Ted Cruz.
He
was born in Canada, and he claims through his mother he's a natural-born citizen, and he's against the birthright citizens, right?
This is stuff I don't know.
Yeah. Truth be told, birthright citizens are born in America.
I think Obama's a Muslim.
Absolutely. Muslim from Indonesia. Hey, Rick, thank you for the call, my brother.
I think you losing me here.
My brother, thank you for the call.
Frankie,
what do you got to say before we get out of here?
Why are you mad at me?
Never. I'm never mad at you, my brother.
You're making up stories here.
I'm making up stories? What am I making up?
You're trying to confuse me, I think. Frank, I'm having a hard time.
Give him a drink. Give him a brewski.
Frank, I'm having a hard time here.
Really? Why is that?
Because my wife's sick, and
I'm sorry to hear that. Is she okay?
Not really.
Are you serious? How sick is she?
I'm confused. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just losing my mind.
How sick is she?
No, she's been sick for... No, she's all right, but
right.
I think she's been through 2 cancers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm getting worried about her.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you got to let me know how she's doing. What's her name?
Rosemary.
A special shout out to Rosemary.
She's not listening. Frank.
Let's hope she gets better, huh?
I'm scared, Frank. I'm scared for the country. I'm scared for myself. And I just sold my house. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm confused. I am.
I know, man. I'm on the phone with you. I want to bring some other callers on the air.
Yeah.
So can we leave in a positive note? I feel bad. I don't want
to. Can I ask you a question? One question. That's it. You can hang up. Is Poughkeepsie a good area?
Yeah. I've been to Poughkeepsie. It's nice.
That's where she wants to move to, and it's driving me crazy.
Okay. Well, I hope she feels better, my brother.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. You got to join America's team and get a T-shirt with 77 WABC's Love Me, Hate Me Kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. Discounted membership fees with T-shirts, discounted merchandise and events with interesting news and updates. Join America's team with 77 WABC's Frankie Russo. We're going to kick to Johnny and Rockaway. What's poppin', Johnny?
Oh, Frankie, how are you?
Good, my brother. How you doing?
Good. I want to make 2 points of information that I don't know if your audience or you even know about.
Okay, great.
Okay. Obama's funding and supporting this Free Syrian Army, correct?
Yes, he is, supposedly.
And then you have Russia over there looking to kill them.
Yes, that's true.
So is there something you think maybe that he's dealing with Russia, like behind everyone's back, like he usually does, that maybe have an attack on this country to declare martial law and stop this election from happening?
I don't know about all that. Quite frankly, I think, honestly, they're looking to start a proxy. There's probably some sort of proxy war, like a secret proxy war going on here with Russia, Iran, and Syria, and with the Saudis, with America, Turkey, and, the truth be told, they don't want to talk about Benghazi.
Right.
So what I believe is going on here is because Obama I think Syria was a ruse from Jump Street.
Right. Exactly.
He never wanted to go after Assad because if he goes after Assad, he's backdooring Iran.
It's just crazy that Russia's there and we're fighting against the same. It's
insane. The whole thing doesn't make any sense, and I think they're just in there honestly just to cover themselves. It's a subterfuge.
My last point,
sure.
Frankie. He wrote 923 illegal executive orders in 40 months.
Oh, my God.
And if you can Google this, check it on the Freedom of Information Act.
Right.
Executive Order 13603.
13603.
He is 13603.
Okay.
He's in charge of all the food distribution, water, farming rights, food for everything.
Right.
So in other words, if he declares martial law, we won't have any. He'll lock everything up. It's unbelievable. And if you look back all the presidents, nobody has ever wrote 923 whatever executive orders. The most was Bush Jr. wrote like I think 50 something or 80 something.
Wow. So really, so what a difference in wow.
Is that scary?
That's crazy, bro. Hey,
that's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Listen, there's so much information out there. That's amazing, bro.
Nobody knows about it. I mean, I know Congress knows about it. That's why everybody hates them, because they're sitting back. They know what's going on. They're letting this happen for whatever insane reason, whether they're blackmailed or bribed, or they feel nothing's going to happen to them. But this is a really bad situation.
Hey, maybe you're right, because the economy, everybody, right now the economy, the market is on an uptick. So everybody's feeling good. I mean, I don't believe that I believe the economy is tenuous. So maybe you're right. Maybe this is a way. I mean, all that front-ended, the $18 trillion in debt on the economy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're right.
Why would he write 923 insane executive orders?
It's insane.
I mean,
it really is.
Google that one if you.
I'm going to check that out. As opposed to W, how many did W have?
He only had like 55 or 85. Presidents way back to FDR had like 0. Nobody had executive orders like this.
That's crazy, man. Hey, listen. Great call. Thank you for the information.
All right, no problem, Frankie. Anytime. You have a great night.
You too, my brother. 800-848-9222. You got to join America's team and get a T-shirt. You got to join 77 WABC's Love Me, Hate Me Kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. Discounted membership fees with T-shirts. Discounted merchandise and events with interesting news and updates. Join America's team with 77 WABC's Love Me, Hate Me Kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. George Rock from one of my Twitter friends says, "Hey, Frankie, are you mad at me? Every week we have to hear from your caller. Hey, listen, my man Ricky's a good guy. I like, Rick's good people. We'll take anybody over here, 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. I got a tweet from the master, R.J. Romano from Chicago. Let's do this, people. We're going to make it happen tonight. Frankie Russo Show. That was a crazy debate. So biased, huh? Unbelievable. 800-848-9222. I'm going to kick to Scott in Pennsylvania. What's up, Scott?
Frankie.
How you doing, my brother?
Well, first of all, happy Halloween, Frankie.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a Mets fan, I'm a Pirates fan, but...
Wow.
But I kind of am pulling for the Mets because I'm the same league as the Pirates, but I kind of like Kansas City, too, so I'm kind of torn,
Absolutely. So you're a Pirate fan, huh?
Yeah, I'm a big Pirate fan, yeah.
The Pirates had some team. I can't believe they didn't make any noise in the...
I know. Hey, Frankie, I wanted to tell you that I have 2 books of poetry out that if you could let me tell you the website...
Go ahead, my brother.
The first book, you can get it at www.scottnewtonpoet.com.
Very cool.
And the second book, you just go to Amazon.com and just search my name, Scott Newton.
How do you spell your name?
Newton, Scott, S-C-O-T-T.
You have a website?
And the website for my first book is scottnewtonpoet.com.
Very cool. So you're calling me from the state, huh?
Penn State land.
Nice.
Anyway, but
how's your football team doing this year? Any good?
They're 6-2, so that's not too bad.
They're in the Big Ten. That's a tough division.
Yeah, but we haven't played anybody really yet. We play Illinois tomorrow, and then we have Northwestern, Michigan State. So we're gonna be playing the big boys coming down the road here. We lost to Ohio State, of course, but
Wow, that's Ohio State, some team.
I know. But Frankie, and if you could do me a favor when you go to that website, make sure you read about the author and read about the book, because it tells about my history and my accidents I had when I was little and stuff.
Wow, sounds great. Absolutely, my brother. I want to thank you for the call. You can go to my Facebook page, Frankie Russo. Frankie Russo, Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show.
Okay.
And you can put any post you want on my show page. I'll put it through my whole social media, and I'll try to help you, get some people to buy your book,
Thanks, Frankie. That is great. Thanks.
Thank you so much for the call. 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. I'm going to Jimmy in Forest Hills. What's poppin', Jimmy?
Tell me something, Mr. Russo.
Yes.
Who do you want to put on trial? Who do you want to blame for all of the Middle East? Well, there's a lot of things to go around. We could start with Lyndon Johnson. We could put him on trial. We could put Jimmy Carter. We could put Bill Clinton. We could put Ronald Reagan, because all of them have either sold weapons or sold weapons to all of them. One day they're their friends, one day they're their enemies.
Yeah, but my brother, in all due respect, there was a terrorist attack. I don't know if you're aware of it, a terrorist attack on September 11th. Now, understand now, for the last 5 months, I have a model, the Iranian Global Terror Network. Did you know, 2011, it came out in district courts that Iran materially supported Afghan Taliban before, during, and after the terrorist attack on 9/11. There was the Crowbar Towers. It came out that Iran, that was a military facility, killed hundreds of Americans. Iran, in addition, the bombings of the African embassies. Iran is the global terror network. Iran, and we are giving Iran $150 billion back. So, I mean, I don't understand, my brother. In all due respect, this is an horrific situation. And then we got, Benghazi, which I believe is a big problem for the Obama administration to explain the precursor to Benghazi, which is basically a coup d'etat sponsored by the Obama administration. It is statistically significant based on Claire Lopez and other documents that I've read. And then you got the actual event of Benghazi, which the cover-up, was it a video? No. And in addition, listen to this. The video was this guy who put together this thing on Muhammad and, was a whatever. That's one video. But there was another video that came out with this gentleman named Ayman Zawahiri. Ayman Zawahiri is the #1 Al-Qaeda leader right now. And he came out with a video talking about the killing of Abu Yahya al-Libi. Abu Yahya al-Libi was a bin Laden affiliate, and he was killed in June of 2015. Now, if you go to Reuters, whatever you want to call it, reuters.com, their website, they posted on September 11, 2012, the killing of this Al-Qaeda affiliate, Abu Yahya al-Libi. So it's all set up by these, and according to Judicial Watch, who came out with the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, and they came out with these documents pertaining to this Abu Yahya al-Libi. So my feeling is that that's another ruse or rouse or subterfuge, whatever you want to call it, by the Obama administration to keep us off the beaten path of what really went down with Benghazi. Benghazi is a problem because America, it's Al-Sur al-Sharia, which is America, who materially supported Al-Qaeda affiliates, and it comes down to when you throw in the Kenneth Tillerman, the dark forces, the truth about Benghazi, you throw in his data. I have data going to the Al-Qaeda Iranian nexus in Zihadan, Iran, Muhsin Fadali from Mohammed Jamil, the Egyptian Jamil network. He's one of the leaders of Ansar al-Sharia with Ben Kumu. I got it going over there. Kenneth Tillerman's got it going to the Quds Force and General Soleimani. Could you imagine if in September 11, 2012, before the election, that it came out that Iran materially supported Ansar al-Sharia, which according to Clinton emails it was Ansel al-Sharia. According to the United States Treasury Department, it was Ansel al-Sharia. According to the National Counterterrorism Center, it was Ansel al-Sharia. Could you imagine that it came out that Iran materially supported Ansel al-Sharia, the Quds Force, General Soleimani? With all the fraud going on in elections, I still believe Obama would have a hard time getting reelected. Okay? That's the reason why I focus on Benghazi. Because Benghazi is the Waterloo of the Obama administration. They're propping up a proxy war in Syria so we don't look at Benghazi. Benghazi is the big problem for the Obama administration. Big problem. 800-848-9222. Happy Halloween, everybody. You got to join America's team and get a T-shirt with 77 WABC's Love Me, Hate Me kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. I'm going to, let's see, Susan in Long Island. What's poppin', Susan?
Hi, Frankie. I do listen to your show.
Thank you so much.
I've never called in before.
Thank you.
I think you're right on target with a lot of things.
Thank you so much.
We're out in Huntington, Long Island, so I just want you to know you do have listeners everywhere. You had a recent caller that just called in regarding that there's a plot and a plan with Obama, and I do believe that martial law is something that he's got in his back pocket. That is to be in total control. And, we're living in a time that, it's just unbelievable that, maybe one day that all of the things that we thought would never happen are happening.
Great point, Susan. Great point. Absolutely.
We are living in it. But you are right on target about Benghazi. It's a big cover-up.
Big cover-up.
Big cover-up.
And it's not even about, obviously the For America, that's horrific. It's unbelievable. Iran has the zero footprint policy. There's no paper trail. The Quds Force and General Soleimani, you can't find these people. But their footprint in all of terror, the Iranian Global Terror Network, is enormous. They are involved. They go all the way to the Mexican border. It is, from Iran, it is just amazing to me, their footprint.
Well, I heard a couple of things today also from things on the news, and somebody else called in on another show. I won't mention it. But they said that in the United States there are already 1,000 training camps with these ISIS people. They're already here.
I believe that.
It's scary.
It's really scary, and it's unfortunate.
Yes.
And, we have these open borders, and, I don't want to keep saying it, but we got the open borders. There's already been proof. There's already been evidence by there's this thing called the Saudi. There was a Saudi ambassador to the United States that the Quds Force had. There was an Iranian American that went over into Mexico, and a Quds Force leader. This whole thing was busted by Preet Bharara of the Southern District. The Quds Force leader met with this drug cartel. They gave him $100,000. They were supposed to come to the D.C. and whack the Saudi ambassador to the United States, and it was thwarted. When you really think about it, it is amazing to me how these borders are wide open, and between the municipal IDs and the license IDs out in California, they're giving licenses to illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
Susan, you're 100%.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's
Susan,
ridiculous.
Absolutely. Thank you for the call, Susan.
Okay, listen, you have a good night, and stay on target because it's all true.
Absolutely. Everything. God bless you. 800-848-9222. You got to join America's team and get a T-shirt with 77 WABC's Love Me, Hate Me kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. That's right, Hillary Clinton. It's amazing to me. I spoke about last week the Uranium One with the Russia and the Rosa Atom garnering 20% control of this this Canadian company that in Wyoming and Wyoming. Yeah, is it Wyoming? I think so. I think that's right. With Senator John Barrasso, he wrote this letter to Obama, and basically the Uranium One chairman gave $2.3 million to Bill Clinton. And in order for this whole thing with Russia garnering the 20% control of the uranium in America and this whole thing, It had to go through this foreign investment committee, and Hillary Clinton happened to be sitting on it, the State Department. So, I mean, I don't know how anybody could actually sit there and actually vote for this lady, honestly. And the truth be told, aren't we sick of the Clintons? Aren't we sick of the Bushes? Let's get somebody else in there. I don't know who else. I mean, I'd love to see Donald Trump. Why don't we pump the Trump? See if we
I
can
still
pump the
think
Trump.
we got a good feel.
800-848-9222. Let's kick to Curtis in Graham, North Carolina. What's up, Curtis? We're pumping the Trump, Curtis.
Hi. Well, I called about how to solve the executive orders problem as well as others, but this martial law thing just came up, and I want to point out something about that, actually, as well.
Go ahead, my brother.
All right. Now, Biden made the speech. It sounded like he was leading up to, I'm going to run, and then finishes off with, but I'm not going to run. So what has most likely happened is either the powers that be said, look, we've got a lot invested in Hillary, and we want to get our money's worth, or Hillary has said, I go down, you go down, or a combination of the two, and so Obama tells Biden, that speech you wrote, well, it's going to have to end with you not running. So the idea, you see what I'm saying? Because the speech was written for somebody who's going to run, and then suddenly it ends with he's not running.
Interesting. So, I honestly, I didn't even take the time to listen to his speech. I'm being real.
So martial law is highly unlikely. He's more likely to, even though he set up the groundwork, it's still a pipe dream for him. He knows he's going to run into a problem, both if you look at the problem of the generals and the private problem of the privates are going to be saying, wait a minute, back in Mayberry, another sergeant is ordering a buck private to do the same thing to mom. So he's going to have a real problem with, he's going to be commander-in-chief for entirely too long when that happens. That's not going to work out for him at all. He's just going to make a mess if he does that. So I don't really think he's going to try that.
I don't know, man.
He might lay the groundwork with his orders, but at the end of the day, it's still, for him, it's a pipe dream. This is still America, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, quite frankly, we're looking at a secret proxy war in Syria. They drop ammunition in Syria. Now they're sending some. I'm assuming they're sending some special ops down there as well now. I mean, this whole thing is like, and they're using ISIS. I mean, I don't know. They're attacking ISIS. Like, this whole thing is very confusing. And quite frankly, I think there's just a secret proxy war that's going to enable, because this is what presidents do when they're trying to cover something else. So they have these subterfuges, these ruses, and they start these wars, these proxy wars.
Especially Democrats. Democrats get us into proxy wars.
Well, I'm not even going to go party, because quite frankly, I have a problem with the Democrats as well as I have a problem with a lot of the Republicans as well.
Well, a lot of these Republicans really are Democrats who belong in the Democrat Party.
There you go. Now you're speaking the language.
In fact, but I'll tell you what, if you really want to solve the real overall problem, talking about executive orders and really a lot of other problems, you have to look at the way the framers designed the Constitution to start with.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't believe that, I'm for the Constitution, but these people that we put in, they don't want to follow the Constitution.
This will fix that. Now, hold on.
Look at the vetting process on the presidential candidates. They don't vet. After what we went through, and the Congressional Research Service has admitted they didn't vet Obama. Obama's got a fraudulent selective service card, which is statistically significant. I believe he's a Muslim from Indonesia. There's so much information out there. Now we got this Ted Cruz from Canada wants to be president. Marco Rubio was born in 1970. His father was naturalized in 75. That sounds like another Barack Obama. Bobby Jindal.
Rubio is a citizen because he's got the one American parent, even if he had been.
Yeah, but what about the natural born citizen clause? Shouldn't that once and for all be flushed out and be? Shouldn't the United States Congress weigh in on that standard and finally define what this thing is, instead of me listening to all these different pundits telling me that he's eligible?
That's what the law is. If you've got one American parent, you are, and you might have.
You're a natural-born citizen?
If you have one American parent,
you're a natural-born citizen. You don't think it's
that's the law?
What about the Supreme Court case, Minor versus Happersett? When both parents at the time of your birth have to be American citizens. What about that? What about Hillary Clinton? Is she eligible? Has she violated her classified? Has she compromised her classified status based on this server?
Again, that right there, everybody knows that she's broken every law in the book.
Right, but that's the whole point. When they make the laws, so they know how to get around the laws.
Okay.
So she shows no character, her judgment, her trust, and people are allowed to continue this vicious cycle against the American people.
Let me help you out here. I know how to fix this problem.
Well, I don't know.
But you have got to look below the surface of this stuff. You got to talk. You got to talk a different conversation. Get the below the surface of what you're talking about.
I don't know, my brother. Curtis, thank you for the call, man.
Let me help you out here.
I got to move. I got 10 minutes left. I got a few more people I want to get on the air.
Well, next time, let me help you out. Seriously.
Absolutely, my brother. Hey, listen. We're in this together. Thank you so much for the call. 800-848-9222. I got 10 minutes left. I want to go to Jimmy in Forest Hills. What's poppin', Jimmy?
You're fired.
You there, Jimmy? Hello?
John.
Jimmy, how you doing, my brother?
He just woke up.
Hello?
Snap out of it. Wake up.
Hello?
On the freaking radio over here.
What's going on, my brother? You there?
You're still not out.
You there?
Hello?
Like Cheech and Chong over here.
So what's up? What do you got to say for yourself?
Gabe's not here.
Who's this?
It's John.
Hello? What's up, my brother?
You hear John?
Yeah, John, I hear you, my brother. What's going on?
Okay, thanks, Frankie. I still hear that guy saying hello. Dave's not here. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, that's enough of this guy with the hello.
I don't know what's going on. So what's up, my brother?
All right, listen. I just want to say that in terms of Michael Savage said this week that when Michael Savage said this week that when Hitler invaded his neighbors, he was doing it to spread his ideology, right? And what Merkel is doing is the same thing. She's mirroring him, but in the other extreme as a liberal. She's forcing the invasion of these third worlders on these pro-European countries, and they're trampling all over Europe to get to Germany. They're trampling underfoot. All of Europe is being destroyed by this, right?
Absolutely, it's terrible.
So now, in her attempt to show that she's so trying to get over the Nazi stigma of being the Germans and Nazis, she's so, making this effort to try to evade that image. She's actually forcing the Nazis to come back. Because here's my question, Frankie. Do you see, I see within 5 years the Nazis will be back in power. Because they're the only force that will be able to stamp this out. And I'm wondering, do you see it within 5 years, 2 years, 10 years?
I see the Islamo-Nazis. That's what I see.
I mean, we see the Golden Dawn in Greece already. They came to...
My brother, Iran are the new Nazis.
No, but listen, Europe is going to need to pull out all the stops.
Germany, obviously, Germany's, their economy, Germany's in a lot better shape than a lot of other countries in Europe. But the truth be told,
no children.
My brother, think about this. Iran, through the course of the last decades, have killed thousands of Americans, materially supported the killings of thousands of Americans. They won one time, the 650 Fifth Avenue case. I talk about it every week on my pre-show. We won that. They tried to get the property back, and up until 2014, the United States government seized the building 650 Fifth Avenue, which was owned initially by the Shah of Iran, okay? Iran gets away with murder for decades.
Yeah.
And then we're giving them $150 billion back.
Yeah. And we're giving it back even after they just announced Israel will not exist in 25 years.
Right.
And then the next day they just found a huge source of uranium by surprise. And we're still giving him the $150 billion.
Right, so, this is like, I don't know who to believe.
It's bizarre world. But Frank, what I'm trying to say to you is that what I was trying to, the point I'm not trying to say the Nazis are wonderful. I'm just trying to say that ultimately what they're going to realize is that their ass is against the wall, and they're going to have to utilize the only force that they have that's stronger than Islam, and that is that.
Well, quite frankly, I don't know, I believe, Germany, obviously, Germany's economy is doing a lot better than a lot of other European countries, so that's obvious. And you're probably right. I mean, Germany's gonna come back in some way. But let me tell you something, my brother. No due respect.
No, Frankie. If you go on Merkel's Facebook page,
okay,
they are declaring civil war. The Germans, if you read the comments, they're in German and English.
Right.
Okay. Read the comments. You know how polite Germans are, right?
Yeah. You want to know something, my brother? It's funny because I believe also like that German wing,
Pegida.
The guy that actually rammed that plane into the mountain.
Yeah.
I think they were covering something up over there.
No. What she's doing is symbolizing what that guy did with the plane. She's ramming Europe into the mountain.
Okay. I mean,
So to steer out of the mountain, to steer out of the nosedive, you need to turn right hard. That's the only way to pull out of a nosedive, and if it takes another Hitler, that's what it's going to take.
Oh my God! Well, listen, my brother.
I don't think.
My brother, thank you for the call.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, my brother. 800-848-9222. I'm gonna go to George and Brooklyn. I got 5 minutes left. I was very intrigued with the last call, so I got all caught up in it. What's up, Georgie from Brooklyn? What's poppin', Georgie?
Frankie, how are you, buddy?
What's up, man? Sorry, I got caught up in all these calls tonight. It was like crazy.
Barry Satora, the Indonesian foreign exchange student,
right,
wants to bring in 200,000 Muslim Syrian men to the United States of America.
Right.
We got like 50 states.
Right.
That's 4,000 per state.
It's crazy.
How much people live in a block in Bay Ridge? About 100? You need 40 blocks to house. Where are they going to put these people?
I don't have no idea.
And how are you going to pay for it? Nobody asks who's going to pay for it.
It's crazy. My brother, I don't know
$200 million a day right now. What are we going to borrow? $300 million to house the Syrians with welfare, Section 8, food stamp. Where are they going to live? Where are they going to work? How are they going to eat?
100% right, my brother. I mean, it's a really scary proposition over here. And our leadership is not, it's just an whole lot of assault on the American citizens. Quite frankly, the American citizens, our veterans, the whole principles that we all stand for are being violated every day by these leaders that we elect.
Bro, we're doomed. When you see the narrators, even Fox asking ridiculous questions, how about where's the jobs? Everything is outsourced. Hillary Clinton in her campaign says she wants jobs for the middle class. Her husband started NAFTA. Then the Bushes outsourced everything but the kitchen sink. Now Obama's closing down coal industries. We're done. The middle class is finished. America, if Trump don't win or Carson, we're doomed.
We definitely got to get pumped. Definitely got to get. Donald Trump's our only shot here. Everybody else, I believe, like you said, is either establishment or they're hiding something, and I don't believe, quite frankly, anything that they're perpetrating. I think Donald Trump. Donald Trump's the only cat. Thank you so much for the call. I got 3 minutes left. It's the Frankie Russo Show. You got to join America's team and get a T-shirt. We're gonna go to.
Let's make America great again. Listen up, Donald Trump. All right.
Let's go to. We're gonna go to PA Doug in Edison, New Jersey. What's poppin'? We're pumping the Trump tonight. What's going on, kid?
Frankie, the people have to come together on this. Hillary sent emails to her daughter alone about Benghazi.
That's right.
Okay, that was revealed on the news and stuff like that. So we got to get a grassroots movement against her on stuff. Like that. That's the only thing I.
Quite frankly, thank you so much, Doug. Thank you for the call.
Hey, Frankie.
Yo.
My dad passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
57 years ago at 7:00 this morning. Coal miner came. He was born in the country. My mother was born in the country. The grandparents came from Hungary and Slovakia. Okay, and they were all coal miners and that. So God bless him. I got a degree. Okay.
God bless you, man. Great call.
The work ethic he gave me is what gave it to me.
Doug, thank you for the call. God bless, man. Great call. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
You too, my brother. 800-848. I got 2 minutes. I'm going to kick 2. I'm going to go to Andrew in New Jersey. What's poppin', Andrew?
As appalling as Hillary is, she's even more sick, twisted than you know. She defended a known rapist when she was a lawyer, which is crazy.
Right.
And even more sadistic, she did a radio interview and she laughed about the rapist getting acquitted because he passed the polygraph test. The audio's out there for everyone to hear.
That's crazy.
With her twisted laugh, she's like, ha ha, now, making fun of the polygraph. Talk about a war on women. And thanks, Frankie. I love the show. It's my first time I heard it, and I love you already.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the call. This is the Frankie Russo Show. How much we got? We got a little. Can we get Felix on? We're out of here.
Yo, Frankie!
Blow that truck up, bro.
Okay, yo.
Give us a hit. Come on, we're getting out of here.
Pumping the Trump 8 days a week.
Give us the truck.
Yo, Frankie.
I'm out of here, my brother. Thank you for the call. This is the Frankie Russo Show. You can't keep up with this. You got to join America's team and get a T-shirt with 77 WABC's Love Me Hate Me kid from Brooklyn, Frankie Russo. You got to do this. I'll see you. That's right. In the future.
Broadcasting from the Nouveau Fat Los Studios. WPLJ HD3, New York. The legendary
77 WABC.
New York. A Cumulus station. News now.
The Mets staying tough. Rain slams the Lone Star State. I'm Bart Eckert. The New York Mets beat the Kansas City Royals 9-3 at Citi Field in Game 3 of the World Series last night. Kansas City leads that series 2-1. Mets manager Terry Collins says